It was 2015. They were about to start the first science run of the advanced detector. Okay, everything is on the line. $1 billion. The scientific community is not in their corner. There were fights publicly in Congress about how this experiment was not worth the money and how it would serve nobody and how it would fail. And they get nervous and they start to think we're not ready to run the detector. And it's the middle of the night on Sunday night, and Ray Weiss himself was there that weekend running tests, and his wife made him go home to Maine. So he goes home. It's the middle of Sunday night, and the experimentalists are messing with the instrument trying to test it, and they get tired and frustrated, and they decide to go home, mercifully leaving the instrument locked in observing mode. And in the span of an hour, from the time that they put their instruments down in Louisiana, and the same thing happens in Washington, there's an event. And it washes over both instruments and is recorded in the presence of almost nobody. There's like one person on each site. And here's what happened. 1.3 billion years ago, two black holes collided. Each one was about 30 times the mass of the sun. They were in their final orbits together. For all we know, they were orbiting each other for 1 billion years, for all we know. But the only time they rang space-time loud enough to create a signal that would cross 1.3 billion years, interact with these musical instruments, recording devices, as a whisper, I mean the tiniest sound you can possibly conceive of, the only time they made that loud enough was in the final handful of orbits before they merged. That was a very detailed computer simulation of what happened. We could never see this with a telescope. It happened in complete darkness. The sound that was recorded was 1/5 of a second, okay? Too fast for a human to hear. I'm going to play it for you, slowed down, so that we could hear it. That's it, baby. Let's do it again. It's pretty great. That's it. But you hear the chirp, right? You hear that chirp. That event was the most powerful event that had been recorded since the Big Bang by human beings, okay? More power came out in those gravitational waves than all the power in the light of all the stars in the observable universe combined, okay? And it came out in complete darkness. No picture, no photograph will ever be taken of that event.